Well, good morning. Excuse me. Here it is. It's Thursday morning. We're on the downhill slide this week and toward the weekend. And today is July the 27th. And anyway, I hope that you had a great Wednesday. Hope you had a good hump day. Getting past the middle of the week. And anyway, hoping now you're blessed with this new day, this day of opportunity. God has given us another day to breathe, another day to live here on this earth. And anyway, we're rolling right along with Vacation Bible School, and we're just almost done. It seemed like it. We can't wait for it to get here, and then it goes by so fast. But this morning, I want to bring a devotion to you this morning entitled Pavement for His Feet. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. It says, "Each time he said, 'My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness.' So now I'm glad to boast about my weaknesses so that the power of Christ can work through me." The Apostle Paul, who had the incredible experience, of being caught up into heaven and, seeing things that, he couldn't even describe, said that he was given a thorn in the flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment him. 3 times he asked God to, take it away. But here was God's response. He said, "My grace is all you need. My power works best, in weakness." And then Paul concluded in the rest of that verse I read to begin with, says, "So now I am glad to boast about my weaknesses so that the power of Christ can work through me." Trials are part of the Christian life. I mean, it's just simply put, they are. Listen to what Jesus said about this in John chapter 16, verse 33. He said, "I have told you all this so that you may have peace in me. Here on earth, you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart because I have overcome the world." He didn't say if you have trials. He said, when you have trials, you're going to have many trials and sorrows. But of course, we all cringe, when we come to the mouth of some long, valley that it just seems to loom endlessly, before us. Yet, you see, it's during those hardships, during those trials, that we can experience, God's presence and God's power in a unique and special way. I mean, God will reveal Himself in those valleys and in those difficulties of life if we'll just keep our eyes open and keep our eyes on Him. On one occasion, when Jesus, He sent His disciples out, across the Sea of Galilee, a horrendous storm, whipped up. And they were afraid, the waves were going to overtake them and possibly drown them. And it was so bad that they despaired of life. They were afraid they were going to perish. And then suddenly they saw Jesus walking to them on the water. Commenting on this story, the great Bible teacher G. Campbell Morgan, he said the following. He said, "He is coming over the very waves you are most afraid of. The very waves that threaten to buffet and break you to pieces are the pavement for His blessed feet." Sometimes, the very things that, we fear the most are the tools that, that God's going to use in our lives to bring us closer to Him. And, that's the key is God, He's always wanting to draw us closer, in our relationship to Him, And so through those hardships, through those trials and through those, tough things in life, He's continuing to teach us. He's continuing to want us to learn, how we can deal with those things, and we can deal with those things only by His grace and by His power. We can't do it on our own. And so anyway, I hope that hope that encourages you here on this Thursday morning, especially if you're going through one of those seasons in life when, you're walking through one of those valleys. Remember, God, He walks through it with you, and He can get you through it. But anyway, remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.